type of cancer I have is a signal cell, and it's very aggressive and spreads really quickly. So how I found out that I had it was I have been having trouble swallowing for quite some time, about 3 years. Whenever I would eat meat, and it would get stuck in my throat, and I would have to get up and go to the bathroom and stick my finger down my throat to get it cleared out. They caught it fairly early. I guess it's classified as a class 2. Some people they don't see it until it's already developed and it's into stage 3 and stage 4. By then, having the surgery, it's already spread throughout your body. So the surgery is pretty radical. I described it a little bit earlier on what's involved in it, and by removing your trachea, I keep saying that, removing your esophagus, and reconfiguring your stomach to act as your throat. I'm not looking forward to this. Supposedly, when I wake up, hopefully, knock on wood, real wood, and I don't have a stroke on the table, I'll have all kinds of tubes coming out of me. I'll have a catheter, I'll have a feeding tube, I'll have a tube going down in my neck, I'll have a tube going down my throat, I'll have an oxygen mask, I'll have all the little heart sensors and so forth on, pulse thing, which is about 20 wires in itself. I'm gonna I'll have an IV, obviously, in my arm. Oh, and then in my spine, they're putting a what the heck's it called? Epidural, to help ease the pain. So it's gonna be scary. But they say on the first day they'll have me sitting up in the bed, and the second day they'll have me walking. And each day I'm supposed to walk further and further. And then they say I should be released from the hospital at 7 days. And in this case, 7 days is on my birthday. So if things go well. Things that I'm concerned about are pneumonia, because of the procedure and them going in and all the stress on the body of getting pneumonia. I hear that that's a common thing. I've had pneumonia twice before, bronchial pneumonia, and I think besides surviving the surgery, I'm worried about the pneumonia thing. But there's a lot of people there looking after me, so hopefully I won't get it. Knock on wood again, and things will be good. Like I said, I'm in pretty good health, I believe, and we'll see what happens. So I'll have Julie take some video of me in the hospital, and we'll see. Eat a whole plate of food in one setting. Oh, I'm gonna eat this whole thing. The reason I won't be able to eat a whole plate of food like this is because they take your stomach and they sew it up into a tube. So instead of your stomach being one big thing where you, after you eat, you're like, oh man, I'm full, and you have to loosen your belt, your stomach is this long, thin tube that basically fills up. And literally, if you eat too much, it will literally fill up all the way to your throat. It doesn't just go into your stomach and expand. So after today, I will have to eat smaller portions at each setting, and probably more often throughout the day. Currently, I'm 213 pounds, so supposedly I will lose quite a bit of weight, but hopefully I'll be able to gain it back. Oh, I'm so full. Take a little nap. Oh, Loki, and take a nap with me? Yeah. Okay, you're choking me. Get down. So I won't be able to lay down after eating for a couple hours in this horizontal position because the stomach usually has a valve on it and it keeps stuff from your stomach going up into your throat. When they do this procedure, they remove the valve and there's nothing to keep the stuff that you've eaten from going up your throat, which is actually now your, thanks Loki for shaking the camera, going up your throat and asphyxiating you by inhaling it into your lungs. So you can't lay down right after you eat, and even after you eat, laying down, from what I hear, and obviously I'm going to find out, is not recommended. Sleeping on my stomach, that is the only way I can sleep. I don't know why. I've tried so many times to sleep flat on my back. I wish I could sleep like Sheldon does if anyone watches Big Bang Theory. That would be perfect, but I cannot do that. My sleeping positions are, I start out like this, laying here thinking about stuff, and then as I get sleepier, I turn to my side, and then when I'm ready to go to sleep, I'm like this, sleeping on my arms, and I usually wake up and my hand or my arm is completely numb. But like I said before, just like after eating, even a few hours after eating, you just can't lay flat anymore because of that valve thing that I was talking about. The food will just come right back up and into your lungs, so you have to sleep on an incline. And I bought this special $250 pillow, which I'll share with you when it arrives, to sleep like this. And I think I can sleep on my side, but as long as I have that incline going on to keep the food from flowing up. That is going to be, I believe, my biggest challenge out of this whole thing. Getting a good night's sleep. This is probably another thing I'm not going to be able to do, is hang upside down for any reason. Same reasons as before. So another side effect that I hear and that I've read on the forums is your voice.
depending on the surgeon and the procedure, they end up cutting some of your vocal cords. It just gets better and better. And some of them are maybe damaged. Maybe they're not necessarily cut. Sometimes they are. And so my voice is my beautiful monotone speaking voice. Well, there's a good chance it'll change. There's a good chance that I may not even be able to talk. I don't hear that all the time, but I do hear people saying that their voice has gone down to a whisper. Um, and if it's really bad, they can go back in and try to do some repairs on the nerves. The nerve for your vocal cords comes down into that area that they end up cutting off and splicing the stomach to, and it damages some of those areas. So I have no idea what I'm going to sound like afterwards. I could be normal, um, but I could also not be able to talk. So we'll find out in roughly 24 hours.